Hello, YouTube. I'm on here to share about the rappers in hip hop living for money and fame, living for the money and the fame in the hip hop music industry. Trying to be a celebrity, trying to be famous, that's empty. Living for the money and the fame, living for money and fame in hip hop. That's not success. That's not what that's not what the Bible says success is. That's not what Jesus Christ says success is. So the rappers in hip hop who are living for money and fame in hip hop, it's it leads to heartbreak. It's empty. Living for money, living for money and fame. That's what I'm out here to share about. Yep, that is the message, okay? That's the message. Living for the money and the fame. That's empty. That's what they living for. Money and fame. Gotta be more to life than that. Than living for the money and the fame. That's empty. Money and fame. The rappers in hip hop living for the money and the fame in the music business. It leads to heartbreak. It leads to heartbreak. Yep, that's leading to heartbreak. Living for money and fame. Proverbs 14:12. There is a way of life that looks harmless enough. Look again. It leads straight to hell. Surely people appear to be having a good time, but all that laughter will end in heartbreak. Living for money and fame in the hip hop music business, it leads to heartbreak. That's empty. There is a way of life that it seems harmless. It seems harmless to lie to the public and tell them about a lifestyle you're not living, to make up stuff. These lyrics are made up that they're writing. How they bragging about all these crimes and all this stuff that they're not doing. And they lying to the public. The rappers in hip hop are lying to the public, and the people in this world are buying into their lies. Everything they write is lies, and none of it true. It's all made up. People are being used who buying this stuff, digital albums. So the rappers in hip hop who are living for money and fame in the hip hop music industry, it leads to heartbreak. See, in this world we live in today, people think that their way of life is better than God's way. When Jesus Christ is the one who created life, there is a way of life that seems harmless. It seems harmless in hip hop to rap about death and destruction, but it leads to heartbreak. So living for money and fame and being a celebrity and being popular in hip hop is empty. Living for money and fame in hip hop is empty. That's not life. Here goes life right here. There is a way of life that looks harmless, but look again, it leads straight to hell. Surely people appear to be having a good time, but all that laughter will end in heartbreak. God's way of life is better. Trying to be a famous rapper, a famous singer, and living to be popular is empty. There is a way. There is a way of life that looks harmless. It looks harmless because people in this world today, people who are watching this, you think that your way of life is better than Jesus Christ's way. And Jesus Christ's way of life is better than your way. Jesus Christ's way of life is better than your way. So being a famous rapper, a famous singer, a famous actor, that's empty. That leads to heartbreak. Jesus Christ did not make us to be no celebrities. He didn't make us to be famous or popular. That's empty. God's way is better. His way is better. His way of life is better. Here go life right here. Life is in Jesus Christ. Being a famous rapper, a famous singer, living for the rappers in hip hop, living for money and fame in the hip hop music business, it leads to a heartbreak. It's empty. God's way, his way of life is better. Without Jesus Christ, you just exist. And no matter if you got a big mansion, big house, you just living for temporary stuff. So the rappers in hip hop living for money and fame in the music business, it leads to heartbreak. It's all empty. God's way is better. Proverbs 14:12. Bye bye.